So I have 4 NES consoles here. They've all had the boiling trick applied to them. And you'll notice this one's got a bootleg front dealy-doo on it. Bootleg lid. This one's the oldest. This one was done probably 2012, 2013, in that area. This one here, I don't know when it was done. This one here was done about 4 years ago. And this one here, I mean, I don't know these two. I know about 8 and 4 years ago. And then these two, if they have their lockout chips working, that was within the last 2 years or so, because I've stopped disabling the lockout chips. So let's test them. And you'll notice the difference between the bootleg front-loading lid and the real one. The Nintendo logo is a lot more saturated. It's just something I wanted to point out. So let's test this. So I've got 4 different sets of NES games here specifically for each console. And I'm just going to choose at random, as I did. Just basically pulled these games off my shelf at random. And let's see what happens. So here's the oldest console. It's all hooked up and ready to go. Let's try Kickle Cubicle. Just put it inside the NES. It boots up. Keep in mind, I did not clean these games prior to this test. Otherwise it would kind of skew the results, I think. Rescue the embassy mission. Okay, we've got one that's not doing too hot. Let's see if we can get it to work. I'm going to pull it out. I'm not going to blow on anything. Yeah, I mean, it took a little finagling, but it worked. Not bad for 8 years, I'd say. Double Dragon. Perfect. And I'm going to be measuring graphical glitches too, so if the graphics are messed up, that counts as a fail. It doesn't matter if it boots. Pirates works perfectly. So this is the 8-year-old console, let's see, Mega Man 6. You saw that, didn't you? Okay, so yeah. It's not perfect, but, I mean, well, and also the 72-pin connector's disabled, so we don't know how that would affect the console in the long run. But I gotta say, after all this time, the fact that it's still that reliable is pretty damn nice. Too bad it's all yellow and it's got an ugly door on it. I don't change it because... frankly, to me, it's kind of sentimental that it looks like this. This is the console that I use to test mods with the expansion port, by the way. Move on. Here's our mystery console, or one of 2 of the mystery consoles. This one does not have its lockout chip disabled, so this would have been done in the last year or so. 2 years, maybe. Of note, it has a scratch on the back, so you can differentiate it from the other mystery console. Notice the door is a lot nicer. Let's try Bart versus the World. It works. Next, Barker Bill's Trick Shoot. I think I just grabbed from the B section. Oh no, Excite Bike's in there. Trick shooting works. Baseball Stars. Yeah, I definitely grabbed from the B area of my... That works. Excite Bike's a tough one. That one gives me issues a lot of times. And we just have a blue screen. Does this NES do that? Yeah, this is the blue screen one. I have a weird... This NES is weird. I've never seen an NES that has the default screen be blue, as opposed to gray. So try Excite Bike again. Excite Bike straight up doesn't work. that could just be because Excitebike is a pain in the ass on every console. As a bonus test, we will take... Oh, no, that's fine. So, like a... Let's try... Damn. It's in my childhood copy of this game, by the way. And that works fine. So, I don't know what's up with Excitebike. Maybe I need to go at it with some Wymans. But, yeah, I mean, this one within the last 2 years or so, I'd say. Here's our other mystery console, and... Again, in the last 2 years. Also blue. What the hell? Wow, okay, that's really strange. Doesn't have the scratch on it. That one's right here. So, let's get this going. I'm just gonna grab my third set of games. Wow, this video's quicker than I thought it would be. Donkey Kong Classics. Historically a tough one to get going. Oh. Let's see. Okay, so this one has trouble playing in a lot of... I mean, it has trouble playing in my top loader, so... That's the first total failure. We've got NES Open working. Mario 2. Or, excuse me, Yo Noid. There's Mario 2. But it worked. So I think what a lot of this is showing everybody right now is that your console can be as clean as it wants, as well off as it wants to be. If your games are dirty, doesn't matter. It absolutely does not matter. Let's do Punch Out. So yeah, there it is. That's console number 3. Again, because the 72-pin connector, the lockout chip hasn't been disabled, it's newer. Now, a funny thing, if I had disabled the lockout chip, this console would have worked 100%, so that's something that I need to think about in the future. And here's our final console. This one's got a little 3.5mm jack so that I can reset it from afar away, because I like to use this one with the EverDrive. So, let's get started. And I'm going to grab our last bit of games here. Ooh, Gremlins 2 is a beautiful game. I love it. Nice creepy intro. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This one's about 4 years old, mind you. Let's pull the game out again and try one more time. Okay. So the 4-year-old failed. Let's see if we nudge it around a little bit. Will it work? That was weird. Okay, so we've got one failure. Let's try number 2. Widget. Another failure! Oh, man! Oh, okay, well now it works. Let's see, I'm gonna pull it out again. Do it. Damn, this one is not doing hot. Let's do one more. Okay, so we got 2 failures. Let's try Turtles. Turtle starts right up. Interesting. Let's do that again, just to be on the safe side. I'm able to determine if Widget's dirty. Maybe Widget and Gremlins are just dirty. Okay. And here's the fun part. I've never actually played Marble Madness at all, ever. Defender 2 works. finally, Marble Madness. I don't even know. I've never cleaned this. I've never bothered. Pull it out again. Wow, that's not bad for a game I just got randomly and never touched. Okay. Just to see, let's try a couple other games here. You know, these. See if it's the console or those games. So if Punch Out doesn't work. Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. Should be more gentle. That didn't work. Probably because I wasn't gentle. So, it seems to me like more often than not, the reason why this stuff doesn't work, as opposed to anything wrong with a boiled set of pins, is that you just have certain games that don't work. Certain games that need to be cleaned. Reasonable enough. So I think if you're going to be boiling your pins, not only should you follow the directions that I posted in the the description here, but you should probably make sure your games are clean, because these games, well, let's test them in another NES. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let's pull out Mega Man here. Widget doesn't work in there either. This, by the way, is the oldest one. Gremlins does basically the same thing. So this is cartridge related as opposed to the console. So yeah, as far as it goes, this is a really good method for cleaning NES consoles, and I wouldn't be making this video if I didn't think so. And I don't know how much of a scientific proof this is, but there it is. That's where we're at here. I'm just gonna put these games off the floor. We want to keep them clean. That's something important. Games need to be clean. Games need to be clean. Maybe I'll show you a method for doing that later. But it's pretty cut and dry, honestly. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you spending the last 13 minutes watching me insert games into a Nintendo consoles. Have a great day.